This is video number 0. Start here if you have never played recorder before and haven't received any training on how to play or how to count or anything about reading the music or doing stuff with your fingers. Let's start with what we have on this page. The top number of a time signature, which is this symbol right here, tells you how many beats are in a measure. Measures are boxes divided by vertical lines called bar lines. The top number of the time signature tells you that there are 4 beats in this measure because it has a 4. This one has a 3, so there are 3 beats in that measure, and this one has a 2. So there would be 2 beats in the measure if it said 2 at the top. Then, if we take a look at the bottom number, that indicates what kind of note receives 1 beat. So in the time signatures that we just looked at, the bottom number 4 means that the quarter note receives the beat. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 quarter notes in the first measure, 1, 2, 3, 4 quarter notes in the second measure, and then I have only 2 notes in the third measure. So if I take my 4 beats and divide them in half, I have a half note and a half note. That's literally what they're called. So I have 2 half notes, and then I only have 1 beat in the last measure, so it gets all 4 beats. It's called a whole note. So if I want to count my rhythms right here, I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 1. And notice I kind of smooshed past those extra notes because they're long, the extra numbers because the notes are longer. Why don't you try counting that with me, everybody? 1, 2, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 3, 1. Let's take a listen and a count with the music we have here. 1, 2, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 3, 1. There we go. Let's move on to looking at how the rhythms divide in relationship to each other. And it's a lot like fractions, okay? So up here is my whole note. And if I imagine that as a fraction or a pizza or a cookie, then I would have 1 whole pizza or 1 whole cookie. My half notes, there are 2 of them, so that takes my cookie and divides it in half. 2 half notes. My quarter notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, gonna take my cookie and divide it into 4s, quarters. That's why they're called quarter notes. Then the next division down, they're called eighth notes. So I would take my cookie and divide it into 8 pieces this time, and they are called eighth notes. So we have a whole, half, quarter, and eighth note. Let's take a look at our counting again. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I put 4 numbers in each because I have a number 4 at the top. Then, if I wanted to really count it, I'm going to make sure that I don't count the extras. Let's count this one right here. Join me, ready, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 3, 1. Hey, was exactly what we did on the last page. Did you catch that? Next one up. We have 1, 2, 3, right? Because that's a half note, takes up both 3 and 4 together. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and like that one, 1. Let's see. Yep. And this time, instead of putting the numbers in parentheses that are smushed into the long notes, I just went ahead and made dashes there to show that they're long. So let's count number 2. 1, 2, and here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. All right, now we're going to take that counting system and keep it in your head. With your mouth, when you blow through the recorder, you're going to use kind of like a letter D and go do, 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 do. Try that. Ready? Here you go. Do, 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 do. So that matched up with when we said 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So now we're going to take our recorder, take a look at the letter B on the staff, which is this whole page. Actually, every note on here is the letter B. And to finger it, we're going to cover up the thumb and first finger using our left hand. So make sure that you have the L of your left hand. Take those two, thumb and first finger, cover up the back hole completely like a thumbprint, and cover up the front hole completely with your fingerprint. Okay, so now we would say do, 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 do. All right, into the instrument with gentle air. Ready? Well, it's not letting me click it, so I'll just play it with you, okay? Ready? 1, 2, here we go. Like that. Let's try number 2. Maybe this one will let me play. There we go. Here we go. And we'll practice. If you come to music class, maybe we'll try number 3. But let's move on to the next page. We could practice with the letter A. This one right here is just the same counting system as we did right here, so that should be nice and easy. But instead of the letter B on the middle line, we have the letter A on the second space. The letter A is thumb 1, 2. Cover up the back. 1, 2. Try that. Ready? Here you go. Let's see if we can play number 2 on the letter A. Here we go. Should have had the counting system up there, but maybe you had it going in your head. Let's try it one more time. 1, 2, here we go. Now number 3 takes both the letter B and A and goes in between them. So you'd have to check out when you have the letter A in the second space or the letter B on the third line, the middle line. In this case, I put all the note changes up until the very end, and you'd have to check them out by yourself, right? I didn't put B and A right there, but the rest of them are there. So let's maybe try that, okay? But first, check out the rhythm. We have 1, 3, 4. 1, 3, 4. 1, 3, 1. Say that with me. Here we go. 1, 3, 4. 1, 3, 4. 1, 3, 1. All right, let's take a look at our letters. We need the letter A, thumb 1, 2. Then we move up to the letter B, B, B. Back down to the letter A, A, A. And then we have a B and an A. Move your fingers with me, please. Here we go. A, B, B. B, A, A. A, B, A. Let's try it with the music. Here we go. A, B, 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 A, B, A. Let's see what happens if we just try to go on to with number 4. We have some half note long notes. We have some quarter notes that we would count 1, 2, 3, 4. And we have, remember, half notes. 1, 3. Let's see what happens. 1, 2, playing, go. B, A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B, A. And if your mind just went, that's why we count it first, then we look at the letters, then we put it together, and then we play. If you were able to just read that, no problems, you are an amazing sight reader. That's what that's called. All right, after the letter B and the letter A, then the next note we have is the letter G. It's another note down. So thumb 1 is B. Move down to A, add a finger. Move down to G and add one more finger. B, A, and G have an additional finger each time you go down. So the letter G is thumb. 1, 2, 3. Gently blowing. Try that. Ready? Here you go. All right, let's take a look at number 1 with the letter G. We have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And since it's all the letter G, we won't have to worry really about trying to figure out what the notes are. Just keep 3 fingers down with your thumb on the back. Let's give it a try. 1, 2, here we go. G, 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 G. And if you want to, with your music, practice reading between G and A. And then you can practice reading B, A's, and G's, and B's, A's, G's, A's, B's on these practice pages. The yellow highlighted sections move between B and G without the letter A. B, G. You'd have to move both those fingers at the same time. And if you've made it this far, you're ready for video number 1, which is hot cross buns. Keep up the good work.